Geekdanites, what's poppin'? It's Adonis. We are back for another Dragon Ball Super video, and today we're talking about how Goku and Vegeta are going to try to face off against really a Galactus type of character within Moro. Let's get into it. So if you want to stay geeked, subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next one. Now, as usual, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you guys aren't a part of the Discord community, click the link in the description box, head over there, become part of the community over there. It's really dope. Really cool friendships are being built over there, which I am so excited about. And also, I notify you guys when I go live here on YouTube or if I go live on Facebook Gaming. Either one, I know sometimes YouTube doesn't like to notify you guys. So if you guys don't want to miss my content, go over there. I send you guys all types of notifications and we can have conversations as well. So let's get into this video though. Now, Dragon Ball Super Manga Chapter 43 had some awesome lore and world building, which I'm always down for. It's always a good thing when we have more things to talk about in the past of Dragon Ball. However, this one is a very interesting one because it seems like this new character, Moro, who it seems like the big bad of this new arc, is a Galactus type of character. Now, before we say, oh, you know, they're taking from Marvel and blah, blah, keep in mind, a lot of these animes and comics take inspiration from each other, right? So this is not new territory. However, there hasn't really been a character like Galactus in Dragon Ball yet. But the bigger question is, how does Goku and Vegeta face something like that? Now, let me explain why this is a really crazy situation, and it may actually end up breaking the series even more, to be completely honest, if they don't really tread water carefully. Now, this guy is 10 million years old. Now, with this new character, he has the ability to take life energy and absorb it from planets. So every living thing, essentially like a spirit bomb, but fully draining every living organism on that planet and then consuming it, making him stronger. Now, we are just going off what we've seen in the manga thus far, and he didn't seem to absorb anybody else's power. It's not like he was taking power from the Supreme Kais or any of the Galactic Patrolmen, anything like that. He was literally just taking energy from planets, whatever's living on that planet. But again, I'm not sure if it's a particular life level or power level and lower. Not 100% sure what that is yet, but I definitely get this Galactus vibe of him world eating, and they even called him World Eater Moro, which is really dope. I love that name already. And on top of that, his character design is amazing. This kind of old goat, but like sinister looking. I think it's dope. It's such a dope concept. Now, if we throw in some hypotheticals based on what we've seen thus far, if we know that he can absorb energy, let's say on one side, he's able to absorb any energy, right? Any kind of life force. How does Goku and Vegeta combat that? Now, the only thing I could think of in that space is if they use their God Ki. That way it almost separates their actual ki from God Ki. Possibly it may put them in a different, you know, category so he can't absorb their power. That would be interesting. That would be the only thing I can think of the way that they can kind of break the hack. However, that does leave the Z Fighters, it does leave Earth and other planets vulnerable that Vegeta and Goku are trying to protect. Now, on the other side of things, if there is a threshold that he can't absorb, like let's say any higher powered beings, if they're over a certain power level or whatever, that he can't absorb, it's just more so of the either planet core energy and the wildlife on that planet or the lower power leveled beings on that planet that he can absorb energy from, because you see him pull energy from animals and they literally just almost do like how Cell was absorbing their energy and they kind of just cripple and die. Very similar to that. So if that's the case, then there may be some hope for them in that regard of not being able to get their energy taken. But it still seems very vague at the moment. And again, we're going just off the panels that we've seen thus far. Now, motivations, we still don't know yet. We don't know why he's doing what he's doing. We don't know, you know, the extent of his magic capabilities, because this is a magic capability. They stated that in the manga, this is not like a type of ki technique. It is a magic technique. So the interesting thing is now is how will the Saiyans combat this? Will they need Broly to help them combat this? We know from the movie that Broly is still alive. He's actually referenced in this manga chapter stating that, you know, they ran into a Saiyan recently. So this is the interesting part, is do they utilize that? Does this character go to Broly and take Broly's power? There's tons of stuff here that we still have yet to unpack because this chapter is super vague on his power. But if there isn't a limit on who he can absorb from, this is a problem. This does pose a real threat. And the reason why I say that is we've never seen this happen. We've never seen a character that can pull energy from you without physically touching you. The androids were able to absorb through their little sensor on their hands. So we saw that before. They could absorb Ki Blast. If they got a hold of you, they could drain your energy that way. We've seen Cell being able to absorb your power as well. We've seen things like Majin Buu that turn you into candy and absorb your entire being. But we've never seen somebody be able to do it completely away from you, not being able to touch you, and it could extract energy from you at the same time. That is an interesting ability. So if this is the case, this is a problem, and I'm excited. And I'm leaning more towards I want that, because it makes the stakes super high. Because right now, if it's just more so of there's a power level, you know, cap that he can only reach, where it comes like, hey, you know, if this fighter is over this power level, I can't take his energy. It then becomes one of these things of like, okay, there's this, you know, you have limit versus, hey, I don't have a limit. The only way you can, you know, stop this is by this particular seal that you either have to learn or get it from this Kaioshin. But it is exciting to see a Galactus type of character in the Dragon Ball universe. I want to know how Beerus and Whis respond to this. You know, was this character ever considered a, you know, a candidate for God of Destruction at one time? Who knows? But we do know that he was locked in jail for over 10 million years. I don't know and how he didn't break out. They said that he was super strong. He just didn't have the ability to absorb energy anymore because of his magic capabilities were sealed by the Kaioshin. So it doesn't really make sense to me how he's just in a cell. Like, how didn't he break out? Does, you know, does his shackles or whatever have the ability to dampen his power? There's got to be some more explanation than, oh, he was just in jail and he decided to break out 10 million years later. Like, you know, like, I hope there's more story there. Now, the big surprise to me is when Goku uses the instant transmission, it seems as if Moro recognizes that he's being seeked out by Goku. It seems like he's looking at Goku when Goku finds his energy. You know what I mean? And I think that is interesting. If that is the case, if this is the case, this is super dope. Either one, he has access to instant transmission and he knows how to utilize it, or two, he's just on another level to where he knows when somebody's tracking him. And that is so dope if that is the case, that he's just more aware. His senses are on another level, potentially that his power level is on another level as well. And considering the fact that he's able to absorb world energies, and at the time of his capture, he'd already done 320 planets at the time, who knows how many he's already, you know, extracted energy from since he's been unlocked or escaped from prison. But I want to hand this off to you guys. What is your thoughts on Moro and his Galactus-esque vibe that he kind of gives off in this manga chapter? And do you think he has other teammates as well? Do you think it's just him? Do you think he has other people helping him in the shadows that we are unaware of at the moment? I want to know your guys' thoughts and theories. Let me know in the comments down below. And if you guys aren't subscribed, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, have the notification bell turned on so you don't miss any future content, and make sure you guys click the link in the description box, become a part of the Discord community, just in case YouTube doesn't want to notify you. I will notify you before I go live. And if you guys like this video, smash that like button, show your boy some love, and if you want to check out my latest videos, links will be right here to the side. All right, guys, until next time.